Joe Biden. Biden spoke at a private fundraiser earlier this week and told the big donors that he didn't want to demonize the wealthy, and added that under his presidency, no one's standard of living will change. Nothing will fundamentally change. Oh, okay. That explains Biden's inspiring update to Obama's campaign poster.
Joe Biden should go ahead and try to primary Trump as a Republican. He should run as a Republican and try to primary Trump. When I read this, I think, yeah, absolutely. Nothing would fundamentally change. That's the problem, Joe. This is why you're plummeting in the polls.
All right, so this event, what did it tell you about which candidates have the most sort of grassroots energy behind them? It's Joe Biden, isn't it?
It is not Joe Biden. Biden had a stretch of 4 days in Iowa. Almost at each step, he had a gaffe, some of them larger than others, but misstatements throughout.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
We choose truth over facts. Down here in the basement, where mechanics, where all the pool filter is.
But Biden's latest gaffes are stealing the spotlight away from speculation about his presidential aspirations.
For their trust.
Like his strange hold on Defense Secretary Ash Carter's wife, Stephanie. He's taken criticism for some, like this one, talking to a largely African-American audience about Mitt Romney in 2012.
They're gonna put you all back in chains.
But as they veer toward the more bizarre variety, it's raising questions about appropriate behavior for someone eyeing the White House.
Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
Since he has the most support, he should have the most representation outside of a big debate like this. Have you seen anyone who's like, Biden, Biden?
Yeah, they're chanting like crazy out here, going status quo Joe, status quo Joe. No, there's not a single person for Biden here.
The fact of the matter is, he doesn't really have these like strong principled beliefs. So he ends up having that like really confident tone while he's saying nothing.
They have to have insurance that is covered and they can afford it. And they have to make sure that they're able to breathe air that is clean, and they have water that they can drink. If you lose the job from your insurance from your employer, you automatically can buy into this. You don't have no pre-existing condition can stop you from buying in.
Barack Obama's vision was not to leave 10 million people uncovered. He wanted every single person in this country covered. My plan would do that. Your plan would not.
They do not have to buy in. They do not have to buy in.
You just said that. You just said that 2 minutes ago. You just said 2 minutes ago that they would have to buy in. You said they would have to buy in.
Have to buy in. If she qualifies for Medicaid,
are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago?
Be in for it.
Are you forgetting already what you said just 2 minutes ago?
There's a lot of people who are concerned about Joe Biden's ability to carry the ball all the way across the end line without fumbling.
Now compare and contrast that with Bernie Sanders, who's out there and he talks in a very strong tone and he's like, we're going to do Medicare for all, we're going to do free college, we're going to do a living wage, we're going to end the wars, and he can go on and on about the policy and I believe in this and this is my record and I'm not taking any corporate money and so on and so forth. But he's got that tone and there's actual substance to back it up. Joe Biden's just flailing in the wilderness.
Let us be clear, Joe. In the United States of America, we are spending twice as much per capita on health care as the Canadians or any other major country on earth.
This is America.
Yeah, but Americans don't want to pay twice as much as other countries.
Looking at 2020, first quarter fundraising totals are in for all the Democratic presidential primary candidates, providing evidence of momentum. After raising $43.5 million in the month of February, the Sanders campaign announced yesterday that they surpassed that total in March, raising more than $44 million. The campaign says it has now received about $6.5 million contributions from 2 million individual donors. 97% of the cash they've raised has come from online donations.
John Heilman, 97% of the money raised online. You want to talk about a game changer. This campaign changes everything we've ever thought or known about money in politics.
Healthcare is a human right, not a privilege. I believe that. I will fight for that.
More than 25,000 packing a park in Queens, New York, making Sanders' rally the largest for any Democrat in the 2020 campaign.
There's only one candidate in 2016 who told the multi-millionaires and billionaires in this country, keep your money, I'll raise my money with the people.
And we have got to have politicians that say, no more corporate PAC money. I'm going to represent the workers and not the donors. We're going to do Medicare for all so that no child dies in this country because they didn't have health care. Not on our watch.
Bernie Sanders, what kind of a person would you like to see as President of the United States?
Well, I would like to see somebody who has the guts to begin to stand up to the people who own this country.